I had someone comment on my last Stealthcraft video that it was so boring they couldn't even make it halfway through. So I went back and rewatched it, and I couldn't agree more. That was the most boring video ever. And it's not like I'm an exciting person. I'm actually super boring. Just ask anybody who spent time with me. I am very boring. But I'm going to try to make it a little more exciting this time. I'm going to give you a 3-year update on my Stealthcraft. It's my 1860, and let's check it out. All right, so 3 years with this 1860 with the 80-115 jet. If you've seen my last video, you not only know how boring it is, but you know what this boat was like new and that I was very happy with it. So what's changed after 3 years? Quite a few things, actually. I got rid of the casting brace in the front, put this cooler with the seat so that I could have one client just stay up here all the time, even when I'm motoring. And that has worked out fantastic. I still got enough room to flip my windshield up if I want to. I have had the winch and this arm replaced with a heavier duty one because the last one bent a little bit and then the winch was digging into the metal, so that wasn't working. And actually I still need to replace this thing here with just one of those round ones. And I replaced the anchor box with this one that I can step on. I also had River Larry, who makes our killer winches here, build this platform for me so that I don't have to wear waders. I can launch my boat even in the hardest boat launches with just my muck boots on with that platform. I replaced the front spotlights with these amber lens lights just because it's way better in the fog. I have replaced the brushes in my motor for the winch probably once in 3 years. Other than that, the winch has been pain-free. I have replaced the rope a couple times though. Let's see here. I did have Stealthcraft mount a trolling motor platform on here, and I got a Minn Kota Tarova. That was a game changer for fishing by myself and even with clients on certain water that I fish. I love it so much. Let's see, not much has changed in here other than I did put a backrest on here. Right now it's just got a bunch of flies stuck to it, but that works really good as a backrest. Makes it very comfy. Let's see, I've had Stealthcraft recently replace the bunks and the pads on my trailer. And underneath you can see I went with the rollers this time, the wheels. That has been so nice, so nice. I love it. The only difference is I have to leave the motor running a little bit when I put it on the trailer or it'll slide right back off. The keel guard, that's always been a disappointment to me, and honestly my boat was probably the last boat they did with keel guard, and then they bought this super expensive plastic spraying thing that goes on at like 180 degrees. And from everybody I know who has the plastic bottom, they say it's bulletproof. So my next boat for sure is going to have the plastic bottom. So within just months of me owning this boat, the whole starboard side of the keel guard, or half of it anyways, just peeled right off, which honestly is no big deal. The only place my boat ever rubs is towards the front here, and that's just when I'm, beaching it on the rocks and stuff. But as you can see, the bottom has held up super good. I mean, it's got some scratches and some small chips and stuff, but from the stuff that I've hit, that's nothing. And let's see here, I did paint the cover to the winch black because that chrome was just blinding me when the sun hits off it just right. I put some foam patches here just to hang all my flies from, and that works really good. I put my Condition 1 case there with my camera gear, and that works perfect. I can't remember if I had this on there or not in the first video, But this works really good to protect my rods when people step down off the platform. I have had people step down and break all of my rods before I did that. So I was wrong in my first video. It is a 11-gallon gas tank and not a 9. And honestly, motoring 12 to 15 miles every day, I probably average 6 to 7 gallons of gas every day. I did add the spaghetti mat on the back because a lot of people stand back there and fish, and without the spaghetti mat, it's this really rough surface, and when they're stepping on the lines and kicking the lines out of the way, it really destroys a fly line fast. My motor has about 800 hours on it right now, and about 1 million stone chips, not stones, actually flies, people banging flies into them, and I'm guilty of the same thing. So lots of chips out of the motor, but 800 hours, and I have not even had a tune-up done on it yet. I change the oil probably more often than I need to, at least every probably 80 hours, and not even a tune-up, and that thing's working fantastic. I did clobber a big rock with my original shoe on the motor, so they put one of these top-notch CNC OUMH shoes on there, and that's been great, except for it had these big built-in deep water fins that throw so much water at the back of my boat, so I cut those shorter. Thought it would perform a ton better, but it really didn't perform that much better with or without them. Although I'm always still blown away at how shallow I can go with this boat, like literally over almost dry land most of the time. Here's Misty, she's so curious. The other thing I did add, because when it gets 25 degrees or below, my steering was just freezing up. There must have been some water in my steering cable, and I've had them replace that once, but it's just inevitable. You're going to get water in the steering cable. So we went with the hydraulic steering, which, oh my word, I can't believe I didn't do that long ago. It is a game changer. So much better. Never freezes. There's nothing in it to freeze. So that's been fantastic. I have replaced the throttle cable once because it broke and then I couldn't go in reverse. So no big deal. I got back to the boat launch, went up to Stealthcraft, and they had me fixed up in an hour. So other than that, I mean, my cooler up front is just the Yeti 60, and I don't have anything cool in there. Well, it depends on how you consider cool, but I've got a bunch of reels in there. And the Stealthcraft 75 quart has been fantastic. I like it honestly just as much as my Yeti. And I did, if you look at the side here, that's just the scum line. It really doesn't have that many scratches on it, other than just from driving it on and off the trailer with the bunks. My last bunks were so worn out, the carpet was gone. But I did bend this a little bit. Must have put it on the trailer a little too rough one day. Misty just wants me to pet her. I did replace the custom box that I had built with the Yeti. I think this is the Yeti 30 quart, maybe it's the 60 quart. But this box is fantastic. Super organized. I absolutely love it. Good choice. I got my Milwaukee fly boxes there. Just a milk crate up here with some other stuff. And you can see I've worn all the black paint off my knuckle knob there. Other than that, I've had no issues with this boat. Zero. Anyways, long story short, yes, I'm 100% satisfied with this boat. I ordered another one. I'll probably order another one after that. As long as I live long enough, I'll probably have a bunch more. Who knows? Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate you.